PTE Academic Speaking section. In this video, you will learn how to retell lecture. Retell lecture is a long answer speaking item type. It tests your ability to give a presentation on information from a lecture on an academic subject. It assesses both speaking and listening skills. The lecture may also be accompanied by an image. Before listening, if the image is given there, have a quick look at it to get the general idea about the content of the lecture. Do not spend much time and energy in understanding the image because you have to concentrate more on listening. While listening, understand what you hear. Identify the main idea, supporting points, examples. Focus on understanding the main idea of the lecture and the key points that supports it. Try to detect the speaker's tone of voice, emotions, specific words, and sequencing of the information. While listening, you can use erasable notebook booklet to write down only keywords like name, numbers, and dates and times, etc. If you try to write down everything you hear, you will miss the important information. Which matters can act as a barrier. Sometimes the listener is preoccupied with personal concerns and anxieties. This makes it difficult to perceive what is being said by the speaker. The listener may not have patience to wait for the recording till it stops and he is in a hurry to retell it. It can act as a barrier. If your mind is wandering, control it and concentrate on what the speaker says. The main ideas are the most important points of retell lecture. They may be mentioned at the start or an end of lecture and repeated a number of times. Listening is an active process, so it demands an active involvement. Maintaining attention is not easy, especially when the topic is not interesting. Listening requires real-time processing of language, and once the lecture is over, there is no easy way to go back and check for meaning. Listening is not simply a matter for the ears, but also a matter of using your minds to literally understand words and process them to gain true understanding. You have only 10 seconds to organize what you will say. Speak clearly and naturally. Speak at a normal rate, at a normal volume. Avoid speaking too quickly, as there is plenty of time. If you speak too softly, it may be difficult to score your response. Avoid frequent pauses. Start your response with a topic sentence that introduces the topic and main idea. Include all of the key points presented in the lecture. Do not repeat information. Features. Instructions will be presented at the top of the computer screen. There will be two status boxes for retell lectures. The first is audio status box. In the audio status box, the status will count down from 3 seconds. Then a recording will play automatically. The status will change to playing. You can adjust the volume to increase or decrease. When the recording finishes, the status will change to completed. In the recording status box, the status will start the countdown at the same time as the audio status box. The status will count down while the recording is playing. When the recording finishes, the status will count down 10 seconds, the time you have before you respond. After 10 seconds, you will hear a short tone and microphone will open. In the recording status box, the status will change to recording. The recording progress indicator features a blue bar that will gradually move to the right. If you stop speaking for more than 3 seconds or if time runs out, the status will change to completed. You have 40 seconds to give your response to each item. Click on the next button to go to the next item. There will be 3 to 4 retell lecture items. Each recording will be played once only. Your score is based on 3 factors: content, oral fluency, and pronunciation. Partial credit scoring applies to retell lecture. Let us see the real example.
Exploring, innovating to change the way we live and work are what we as humans do. And in space exploration, we're literally moving beyond the boundaries of Earth. But as we push thresholds in the name of learning and innovation, we must remember that accountability for our environments never goes away. There is without doubt congestion in the low Earth and geostationary orbits, and we cannot keep launching new satellites to replace the ones that have broken down without doing something about them first, just like we would never leave a broken down car in the middle of the highway. Next time you use your phone, check the weather, or use your GPS, think about the satellite technologies that makes those activities possible. But also think about the very impact that the satellites have on the environment surrounding Earth and help spread the message that together we must reduce our impact. Earth's orbit is breathtakingly beautiful and our gateway to exploration. It's up to us to keep it that way.
The lecture is about the space junk and its effect on the environment. The speaker says that exploration and innovation is in the human nature. But when we do this, we must also think about the impact of these activities on the environment. Before we launch any new satellite, we should replace the broken one from the Earth orbit. No doubt, our activities like making calls, use of GPS or checking weather would be impossible without satellite technologies. But we should try our best to keep our beautiful Earth safe while doing the exploration.